what is still holding these pillars that make it so hard to have this conversation that's so important for health and happiness? And I was like, it's shame. And I was like, what gets rid of shame? Like, I could go and talk about it in an abstract way, like, oh, let's not be ashamed of STDs, or let's not be ashamed if you had an abortion, or let's not be ashamed if you were sexually abused. But I was like, the real thing that takes away shame is having someone that you know and trust in one way or another talk about it and say, like, I'm not ashamed. Like, I had an abortion, I'm not ashamed. I had HPV and I'm not ashamed. I was sexually abused and I'm not ashamed. And like, how powerful that is, because it really, more than any other thing, I feel like it takes that off. And I felt like if I truly stand for making this kind of transformation for people, then I also stand for, owning that I am not ashamed. And, if there is shame or fear, I'm going to totally get rid of it by posting this YouTube video.
Was it scary?
It was. So there's certain topics that I know are going to be scarier, like abortion is one that I'm going to talk about, because so many women are so ashamed of having an abortion. And it's like, why? That's crazy. It's a medical procedure. And like, we've all been there. So there's no, regardless of what your feelings are about it or whether it was an emotional experience, there's no reason to feel shame. The same with being sexually abused or having been raped. And I know that like putting those things out there, especially in the YouTube world, like I do feel a little bit of fear or a little bit of hesitation, but it's such an amazing feeling to feel people like resonate and transform from the message. And it's got to start somewhere.
Yes. And thank you for starting it. Oh, it's such an important conversation, and one that, I'm finding is happening more and more in small communities. And I love that now we're just like, let's just take the blanket off completely, or, move the curtain, or whatever analogy you want to use, because everyone's there. Everyone's been there. We all have our stuff. And the more we realize that every single person feels the same way about the same thing, the more we're like, all right, can we all just move on now and have really awesome epic sex?
Totally.